This is Terry Wager. The date today is December 3rd. The time right now is 10 minutes after 11 p.m. These construction workers are still working on 82nd and Holgate here. They're all the street lights are out. That's an intersection right there. It's a very busy intersection. Right there where you can see that light right there, it says Eastport Plaza right there across the street. That's Eastport Plaza. That's a mall over there. If you can hear any yelling going on, that's the workers that are working on power lines. There's city workers out in the street, and they're acting as the street lights, essentially, because the street lights are all out on this intersection. And these city workers have been stringing up new power lines along this intersection, and this has been going on now for a couple hours. This ain't the main reason why I'm recording this. The main reason I'm recording this is because I'm homeless. I'm not hiding the fact that I'm homeless, and I'm not hiding the fact I'm a victim of a Portland Police and Multnomah County Sheriff's sting operation. My wife and her side of the family were sleeping around and palling around with people in the Portland Police and with the Multnomah County Sheriffs, and they were setting me up and targeting me, and they were targeting members of my side of the family in a sting operation with full intent of murdering me and everybody in my side of the family off. They weren't really trying to hide this from anybody. They didn't really give a damn if anybody knew. My wife was having sexual relations with people in law enforcement, and they were using doubles and photogenic photos and staging crimes as a way of setting me up for crimes. And they even had a double on my property. When I kicked that double off my property, that's when all hell broke loose, and that's when the Multnomah County Sheriffs and the Portland Police Department and my wife and her side of the family, as well as others who other civilian sting operatives, they went heavily after my parents. They battered my mother using that double. They covered up my mother's, they poisoned my mother, and they covered up my mother's 911 call. I need to get that vehicle over there on video, because that's a Portland cop. That's a Portland cop right there. There's two vehicles in that. There's that intersection, 82nd and Holgate. Well, there's two separate lights. Actually, now there's three separate lights going into that area. That's a Multnomah County graveyard. It's like a historical site. It's like a graveyard. There are three cop cars in there. There's one which is moving. One just turned on its headlights, and then there's a third in the middle. And those two vehicles on the left side just turned out their lights. The one, and now that one over there just turned out his lights. Now there's three Portland cop cars. Three Portland cop cars sitting in that graveyard. And they just turned out their lights, and they're sitting in there in the darkness. No lights, no nothing, and there's three of them. Now, just one of them just turned on their lights, and they just turned it off. Now, obviously, there's a strong likelihood that they're aware of the fact they can see me from a distance, and my camera that I'm using has a blinking red light on it. I'm sure they can see the blinking red light. Okay, now there's a fourth car. Now there's a fourth car pulling in there. Now there's four police cars in that graveyard. This is the reason why I started this vlog, because I noticed that two police cars pulled into that graveyard, and they stopped and they turned out their lights, and they're just sitting in there. Now, at this moment, there is at least 4 police cars in that graveyard, and they're just sitting in there with their lights out. 4 cop cars. Now, I have been a victim of Portland Police and Multnomah County Sheriff's sting operations ever since my wife, Joan Wagar, got a job at the Multnomah County Jail Kitchen as a prep cook. The Multnomah County Sheriffs and the Portland Police Department recruited my wife and her side of the family into a murder conspiracy. While my wife worked at the Multnomah County Jail Kitchen as a prep cook. They decided they were going to get rid of me by setting me up for crimes, and they decided they're going to target every member of my side of the family. The day the Multnomah County Sheriff told my wife, Joan Wagar, to quit her job at the Multnomah County Jail Kitchen as a prep cook is the exact same day the Multnomah County Sheriffs and the Portland Police Department launched a sting operation targeting me and every member of my side of the family, and they filled out a multitude of 72-hour notices to take over the surrounding apartments surrounding my apartment and my father's apartment and my mother's home. And they immediately brought in their civilian relatives to target my children. And right off the bat, the same damn day they filled out these 72-hour notices is the same damn time the Portland Police and the Multnomah County Sheriffs brought in a double, a fucking look-alike, somebody to impersonate me with. A fucking look-alike. The same fucking day. Now, is that enough to know the day the Multnomah County Sheriffs and the Portland Police Department launched this operation, is that enough to know they had this all planned out, and that at no time was it an investigation, because they're fucking using doubles right off the bat, and they're immediately targeting every member of my family, including me, while my wife and her side of the family is palling around with and sleeping around with these officers. Is that enough to know it was planned out? Now there's fucking 4 cop cars sitting in that graveyard right now with their fucking lights out. Gee, what a coincidence. I'm homeless. I'm a victim of a murder conspiracy. I'm homeless. They gang-stalked me and were breaking into my apartment over where I lived. They were tampering with my foods when I'm not in my apartment. I had to abandon my apartment in fear for my own safety because of these murderous sting ops. Now that they have me homeless and out on the street, oh gee, they figured out, oh, at night, Terry's been going to this Walgreens at night to go to sleep because it's the only place I can find where it has a dry sidewalk and I'm not really, bothering anybody, and there's nobody really around in this area at night. And of course you can see by looking at the parking lot, and you might be able to tell by looking at the street lights up above that it's raining, or at the very least it's sprinkling. It's been raining all evening. The streets and the pavement's all wet. There's no place where I can find, being homeless, there's no place where I can lay down and go to sleep where it's dry. And oh gee, I'm using a cane. Why am I using a cane? Because the Portland Police Department and the Multnomah County Sheriffs gave my wife permission to poison me to death. So I'm partially paralyzed by these fuckers. So they have me mortally wounded and partially paralyzed and homeless. And here's fucking 4 Portland police vehicles, 4 Portland police vehicles over there in that graveyard area where there's no lights and it's completely dark, and they're just gathering in force as though they're waiting for me to go to sleep. The fact that there's 4 police cars in there is enough to know that they're not just sitting there waiting for a speeder to go by. They would only need 1 police car to do that. They got 4 police cars in there, and they're all parked in there where it's dark in that graveyard area, because there's no lights at all in that Multnomah County historical graveyard. There's no lights in there at all. And the Multnomah County Police and Portland Police and County Sheriffs, they prefer to keep it that way, obviously. Well, there's fucking 4 cop cars in there right now, and they're just sitting in there. This situation reeks of the Portland Police Department just sitting back and waiting for me to go to fucking sleep so that they can fucking ambush and murder me. That's what it reeks of. 4 cop cars hiding in the fucking graveyard area waiting for me to go to sleep? Should I assume one of them is my wife, Joan Wager's lover, Officer Eric Carlson? Should I assume some of the others are Officer Eric Carlson's buddies? Should I assume that? I'm very much fucking assuming that. And while these people are over here working on the street lights, and there's literally no street lights, gee, there's 4 cop cars hiding in the dark over there in that graveyard. 4 cop cars. And they're just sitting there waiting. They have me poisoned and partially paralyzed from poisoning me. They gave their whore-ass girlfriend, Joan Wager, permission to poison me to death. When I got away from that poisonous bitch and got on disability and got on a separate apartment from that bitch, what does the Portland Police and Multnomah County Sheriffs do? Why, they turn my apartment manager against me, and then the Portland Police and County Sheriffs, they take over the surrounding apartments surrounding mine. And then every time I fucking leave my home, they break into my home and they tamper with my foods. They poison my foods. The Portland Police even had a water filtration system under my sink, so they were slowly poisoning me to death using the tap water. I got sick and fucking tired of them breaking into my fucking home and abandoning my apartment in fear for my own life, and then I find myself homeless and nobody will help me and nobody cares if I can prove anything, and I'm constantly stalked by the Portland Police and by the Multnomah County Sheriffs and by their civilian buddies and their civilian relatives and their civilian girlfriends. If you think of them as a clan, well, then it makes perfect fucking sense, because they are a fucking clan. They all lie for one another, so they're a clan. 4 fucking cop cars sitting in that goddamn graveyard right now, probably plotting a homicide. More than likely. You know, he's right. I'm just going to leave this recording because I think they're waiting for me to stop recording, and then they'll start up their vehicles, and some of them may move into a new position, or some of them may pull out of there. I think they're waiting for me to stop recording, to be honest with you, so I'm just going to keep recording. This is one of those GoPro cameras. This thing is mostly charged. Most of the memory is not used up, so this thing should be able to record for at least a couple hours at least. I can sit here all damn night long and just record. I know they're sitting back there. The time right now is 11:25 p.m. The date is December 3rd, 2015. I can sit here all night long and sit here and record. They're obviously those 4 cop cars hiding in there are not taking a break. Obviously. They're obviously on the clock. And they're just sitting in there like a fucking armed goddamn militia waiting to pounce on somebody. Like the murderers that they are. How much you want to bet my wife's lover, Officer Eric Carlson, happens to be amongst them? How much you want to bet? Would explain why they're just sitting there waiting in mass. That would explain why. They're already guilty of murder. The Portland Police and Multnomah County Sheriff murdered my father in the year 2000 when they first recruited my wife, Joan Wager, into their sting operations. They weren't trying to hide their guilt because they wanted me to know. They fucking blackmailed me with threats and demands for 5 days straight after they murdered my father. They weren't hiding shit back then. How much you want to bet that murderer, Officer Eric Carlson, is sitting back there waiting? You're a fucking murderer, Officer Eric Carlson. Where's your partner, Officer John Ray? You're a fucking murderer. Why don't you stand trial when somebody points a finger at your ass and charges you with murder? Why don't you cops stand trial when somebody charges your ass with fucking murder? This Multnomah County Historical Cemetery is currently closed to the public. At this time of night, it's closed to the public. The only vehicles that can drive in there at this time of night would be